Everyone, happy 2019. Happy New Year. I know that this is really late to be saying Happy New Year because January is almost over, but I'm still super excited about 2019 and all the things that I have planned for 2019, and I hope that you're excited too. So it's only appropriate for me to talk about the first deadline for business owners that's coming up in 2019. JT Xavier, thank you for joining. That I talk about the first deadline that's coming up for 2019, and this is all about the 1099 filing. So I know a lot of you business owners or people that you may be in business for first year, last year was your first year, or this year is going to be your first year, or you may be in business for a while, but you're one of those people that normally forget, or you want more information. So this is all about 1099 filing that's coming up next week and what is required, and mainly if you are required to file. Thanks for joining, Ben. So what's going on? Even though we're still in the government shutdown, yes, it's still going on, but they're still accepting your filings. Your filings are still supposed to be on schedule, and you should still be in compliance, or unless you get all those penalties, and you really don't want that. So for the 1099 that are due next week are for any business owners if you work with a contractor, freelancer, any other service provider like your coaches, your accountants, your attorneys, that you have to send them a 1099 for the amount of money that you paid them last year. There are some requirements as far as who you send 1099 to and what basically qualify for a 1099 payment. So anyone that you pay $600 for the entire year that you pay a 1099. For example, you're working with a contractor, and for the entire year 2018, you pay them, say for instance, $1,500 for the entire year. So all the payments that you have paid them for the entire year adds up to $1,500. You're required to send them a 1099. If it's under $600, then you don't have to send them a 1099. You don't have to send them anything. They need to figure out what they have to do on their end to file or whatever their process is. So it's anyone that you pay over $600 or more. So it could be a freelancer or a contractor that you're working with. It could be service providers, coaches, accountants, attorneys, that you send these 1099 to. The only time, Peter, thank you for joining. The only time that you don't send a 1099 is pretty much if the person send you an invoice through their third-party payment processor. Example, PayPal. If you pay them through PayPal, then you don't have to send them a 1099. And the reason is they have to go into their PayPal platform and download the 1099K that PayPal will produce and send to them. So if you pay them through a third-party payment processor, you don't have to send them a 1099. And an example of that is like PayPal. If you send them payment via PayPal, then you don't need to send them a 1099 because PayPal will already send them one since they process the money through that platform. The other time that you don't send a 1099 if that person has a corporation. So for instance, you did business with someone who organized their business as a corporation, then you don't have to send them a 1099. The only way you're going to know that someone that you either pay cash, check, bank transfer, or anything that is not a third-party payment would be if you request a W-9. So pretty much, mainly when you have contractors and freelancers working for you, it's best to have them sign a W-9 and also have a contract with them. So once they complete their W-9, then that will tell them, the W-9 asks them, what type of business do you have? And if they check the corporation box, or if they check the S corporation box and you look at your W-9, so that would be a requirement to say, you really don't have to send them a 1099 if they're a corporation. But everyone else who, you didn't pay via third-party processor like a PayPal, they're not a corporation, and you pay them $600 or more during 2018, then you need to send them a 1099. And what's the risk of not sending them 1099? You sending them a 1099 gives you the ability to fully deduct the amount that you've paid them, and also it also enables you not to pay any taxes on that money in the case of you get audited. So if you're not compliant with 1099 and you made payment to several persons and you didn't send them a 1099, they basically what's the word I'm looking for? What will happen is that they'll ask you to pay the taxes for that person on that money that you pay them, and no one wants to pay taxes for someone else. So you want to make sure that you have this requirement. So if you have contractors or freelancers mainly that's working for you, make sure that you have a W-9 and file to confirm what type of business that they have, or you pay them through Venmo, PayPal, payment platforms like that, so that you don't have to file a 1099. If not, then you would have to file a 1099, and anyone should be able to help you. Your accountant or your tax person should be able to help you, or your payroll provider, to process a 1099 to them, and then you'll be in full compliance. So that's it for 1099. If you're catching my video for the first time, my name is Ronica Brown, and I help business owners and consultants to save a lot of money on their taxes. If you have any questions about 1099 filings or anything like that, feel free to either comment below, or you can send me a message, a private message, and I'll be able to answer your question. That's it for today. Happy 2019. Hope you're super excited about 2019. Hope you have put all your goals in place so that you'll be able to meet them and put those actions in place for 2019. Have a good day.